in the game. One of my favorite fighters to watch. SHAKUR Stevenson, what's going on, man?
I'm real familiar with both guys. I've been on the USA team with Feliciano, and I sparred with Breyon, so I know both guys.
It's a tough matchup, certainly, for Gorham. You're very familiar with Feliciano. We were talking about Feliciano trying to find that old form because he was once in the spot that Gorham's in. He was the hot prospect, and he's since taken 2 losses.
He got the experience. He's been around longer than Breyon, but Breyon got the power, the youth, the skills, and it's a very interesting fight. I like Breyon, though.
Nice right hand connects there from Gorham. From what you've seen in the ring and in your time with Gorham, what makes him an interesting prospect?
His power, his inside game, and actually he had a real underrated defense.
And this is after just 10 years in the game. That's it. Barely had amateur fights, and this kid is just a natural.
Yeah, actually, I like his coach, too. He got a really good coach who kind of stays on him and make him work hard. So I'm definitely interested to see tonight and the future that he got.
Good body work there from Gorham. You know, SHAKUR, you're the second fighter that's pointed out Gorham's defense. About Darius Fulgham said the same thing about Gorham's defense. It seems like other fighters appreciate what they see out of him in the gym.
Yeah, for sure. Very strong, very good defense. He's an in-the-pocket fighter. He's one of the fighters that I like. I enjoy sparring with him.
So far, this is a competitive fight. No one's landed anything significant yet.
Left hook to the body there from Gorham. Of course, the first loss on the professional ledger of Feliciano came last year to Mike Williams when he was stopped on Pro Box.
You know, SHAKUR, you can say this is his hometown. He has a lot of people here today. Somebody that has fought in Newark so many times. Like, what's that pressure like? This is on a smaller scale, but what is that pressure like fighting when you know there are a lot of people in the crowd?
It's actually a lot of pressure. Some fighters kind of fold up to the pressure, and some fighters kind of stand up to the pressure. But in front of your home crowd, there's like a lot of butterflies, family. You got to worry about family tickets. It's kind of hard to stay focused. So hopefully he did everything that he was supposed to do, and right now is his moment.
A little bit of swelling underneath the eye of Feliciano already, I think, from one of the right hands of Gorham.
I would like him to relax a little bit, though. He kind of got to relax and use his jab a little bit more.
Well, you sitting here, you know, maybe he's a little bit nervous. You know, his nerves drop a little bit. We'll see a little bit more fluid going. We've seen him perform good here. We've seen him perform good. We've seen his skill set, so we know what he can do.
Yeah, but that's a tougher fight, you know.
Yeah,
Feliciano got the experience, so it'd be interesting to see. And he got a good amount of power, too.
Have you sparred with Feliciano?
Yeah, I sparred with him a long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
We were talking earlier about how much young talent is in Texas, specifically Houston. You think you brought that wave with you when you came here? There's so many guys talk about sparring with you, working with you in the gym.
Yeah, for sure. I know that like I'm one of the best fighters in the world, so it's very fun to see all of these new fighters come over. And I enjoy Texas. I enjoy my little cousins down here working with these guys too. So we all just trying to make each other better.
We were talking earlier, like this feels like a real fight city. You know, like you feel even in this crowd, there's an educated fight crowd, and as Ak pointed out, there's a lot more fighters like coming to the city now.
Yeah, it's kind of getting bigger and bigger, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. You know, Newark is my home, will forever be my home, but I enjoy being at my second home.
How's the hands?
It's getting better.
Getting better? Good.
Round 2 underway. Hands of Breyon Gorham doing a little damage in the opening round. You see the swelling on the face of Luis Feliciano already, the 32-year-old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Decorated U.S. amateur.
That's a good jab to the body. I would like him to use that a little bit more, though. Good defense.
Last time I saw you, SHAKUR, was in New York City for the big spectacle in Times Square. Haven't spoken to you since then. What was your assessment of that whole weekend?
It was very interesting. You know, it was kind of new. This is a new experience seeing fighters go out there and not in front of a big crowd. But you could tell it was like a new environment. I enjoyed it being around Mike Tyson, Good shot by Feliciano right there. I enjoyed it being around Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, and all them guys, so I kind of soaked up a lot of knowledge.
This video of you giving Ryan some pointers from the outside.
Yeah, honestly, I saw something where Tio said that I went against him, but that's not true. I kind of cheer for all the people I grew up with.
Right.
If I grew up with you and I knew you, I like to see you win, so that's the type of guy I am.
Nice. Good left hook to the body by Feliciano.
Nice right hand there.
Beautiful.
Gorham stepping into that one.
Right now we got a good fight, though.
Yeah.
And Feliciano a lot more active here in this round.
Yeah, he's not using his height. He's not using his reach. He's getting on the
I'm not sure if he's that kind of fighter, though.
I see. He likes to fight low.
That like to fight.
He likes to get low. He got a wide stance, so he crouches down.
He want to hurt his opponent.
Exactly.
If you could give Breyon some advice, what would you say that Breyon should be doing more?
Give him some feints. I think he should feint a little bit more, not tell him when he's going to come. I feel like the feint is going to make it a surprise when he let his hands go, so.
Good body shot, though, from Gorham.
That's a good jab downstairs, though. And both of the fighters wearing Reyes gloves, so you know that they're looking for a big punch or knockout tonight, so. Very interesting fight.
SHAKUR, from a fighter's perspective, how much more do you feel a shot just on your own hands in a pair of Reyes compared to like a pair of winning?
Man, it's a big difference. It's a puncher's glove, that's the glove you wear when you want to hurt somebody, so you can tell they both looking for punishment right now.
They just had words for each other a few seconds ago after a headbutt.
What gloves do you wear? My memory's not serving me correctly, but is it Everlast?
Sometimes it's Everlast. My last fight I wore Rival, so I enjoy Rival gloves, so yeah.
Good defense there from Gorham, getting underneath those hooks from Feliciano. And that'll do it for the round.
Don't start screaming. Everything is calm. Okay. You only got hit one punch again because of your left hand flexing. And don't flex your defense. Okay, baby. Listen, he's gonna start giving you the right hand over the shot. You already hurt him. Keep throwing the punches whenever he swings.
See, I kind of saw a little bit of it on the over here, but I really didn't get to see too much of it. But I think that's a good fight. I think that's a good fight for both fighters. I feel like they both in the same spot right now, so let's see who come out victorious.
All right, we got a YouTube poll, which you can see on your screen here, the fans. 70% of them right now feel that Gorham is ahead. I think that 70% is correct.
Right, he's definitely ahead. He's edging these rounds, but it's not dominating fashion, but he's fighting a good fight.
It's round 3 now underway.
That's a great jab.
Power jab by Gorham there.
Finish that with that left hook.
Ooh, good body shot.
Again there from Gorham. It seems to me, SHAKUR, like Gorham, he's trying to see if Feliciano, again, coming off of 2 losses, if he can handle this kind of pace. He's really making him work here, even if he isn't doing everything perfectly so far.
Yeah, right now it's like you said, it's a hometown fight, so he want to perform, he want to get a knockout, and he's trying to pick up the pace. So I like what he's doing right now.
And Barack, you're right. Feliciano's really not using his size, his jab, like not controlling the distance at all, being a longer fighter.
He's allowing Gorham to get within range, get within his own range.
Oh, back of the head.
Yeah.
I hate when refs don't call it though. That's I don't like that. I think you got to be protective of the fighters and
Right.
Guys got to make it back home to their families. So
Absolutely.
Feliciano missing over the top of that right hand. There, that right hand connected.
ooh, nice catch and shoot.
There's that inside work from Gorham that you're talking about, SHAKUR. Little sneaky shot on the inside there. Feliciano, Brock, to your point, hasn't really got that jab working. That when he was on his way up, he was a part of that Triple G camp, and he said he learned how to develop a heavy jab working in that camp. It's not something we've seen him pumping out there thus far.
Right. The jab up top and the jab downstairs. He keep going up top, then downstairs. I love the jab by Breyon right now.
I would say this is a good test for Gorham, though. Like good work against an experienced fighter who's been in there.
Yeah, Feliciano's just allowing him to be first instead of shooting that jab out.
Indeed. If I was Feliciano, though, I would try to make it a little bit more rough. He's not going to win a fight like this on the back foot.
That's a good left hook by Feliciano, but I think the harder shots is coming from Gorham, so maybe it's a little tough getting on the inside with him.
Good job, ref.
But Gorham on the inside, he's constantly pivoting. He's giving you some movement on the ends. It's not making it easy to just sort of bully him and wrap him up.
And he's also like kind of landing the jab more so than the taller fighter. Just put him in position to land harder shots.
Who you give that round to, Shakur?
I gave it to Breyon, but once again, I think this is good matchmaking. I think the matchmaking is beautiful. It's making him work for it. It's not just an easy fight, easy night, easy knockout. No, guys don't get better like that, so
right.
I gave it to Breyon, though.
You know, his team, they're very high on him. They even mentioned Ryan Garcia and how they see so many flaws in him, and they see him knocking Ryan Garcia out. Now, obviously, you started fighting for titles early in your career with not that many fights. You know, Loma, guys like Tio. So a lot of fighters want that fast track to those big fights. How much more does Breyon have to go before he can really start talking about those big fights?
I think he's in the right environment. So, truthfully, I can't tell you how soon, but I know that any fighter is beatable on any given night. You know, certain fighters is not focused like certain fighters, so maybe Breyon is more focused than Ryan Garcia, and he may surprise people. He may go in there and do a lot better than a lot of people would expect, and he may even win. So at the end of the day, it's all about what fighter shows up that night.
Right hand there from Gorham. A good fight developing here between Gorham and Feliciano in our co-feature.
I like the way after he landed that right, he caught the left hook. So it was a good defense by Gorham.
If he just add a little bit of feints, though, if he add a little bit of feints, he probably will be less predictable.
Gorham getting a little bit of a warning there, but I thought that was good work on the inside, just ripping to the body when he had the opportunity.
There you go. That was a great feint.
Yeah, his shorts are a little bit high, Feliciano.
I'd like to see Gorham stab that jab to the body a little bit more. And to Shakur's point, you know, some more feints. He can set up some bigger shots. But he's putting some good body work in.
Gorham has some good defense. He's not really getting hit with anything flush.
No.
Nice right hand there from Gorham, just beating Feliciano with a punch.
Good shot by Feliciano.
Feliciano lands a big
Yeah, he came back with a stiff jab.
Sometimes you need to see a big shot land to gain some confidence. It looks like that's what happened with Feliciano right now.
Yeah, he kind of gaining some confidence right now. He's pushing forward. Be very interesting.
Good shot.
Good left hook to the body by Feliciano.
Feliciano coming alive here in the fourth. A little bit of swelling developing on the face of Gorham as well.
Like he said in the fighting meetings, he has 2 losses in a row. He can't really take a third loss, so he didn't come here for a paycheck. He came here to win.
Nice slip and counter to the body there from Feliciano. A little bit of a bounce in his step now.
Yeah, he's kind of making it hard on Breyon. Trying to make Breyon figure it out.
You're going to face rounds like this as young fighter, though, after you're able to weather that storm.
Yeah, I see why you say he need to incorporate some feints.
Good left hook right
Some of
hand.
those 1-2 are not landed by
Yeah,
Gorham.
also, he getting caught when he jabbed with him, so if he feint, that'll make him take the bait.
Right.
And another pull counter right hand there from Feliciano. A good round for the decorated U.S. amateur, Luis Feliciano.
Yeah, I'll get that round to Feliciano.
Shakur, not that you've lost many rounds in your entire career, but when you go into the corner feeling like, he might have got that round, what's your mindset going back?
I gotta do what was working in the beginning. I gotta go back to whatever was working and take away his confidence. You know, once you give a fighter confidence, they start feeling like they could do anything. So I gotta find a way to take away his confidence.
What do you think about Devin Haney's performance? This is what I'm saying. There was a video where he was shaking his head and laughing, and I said, well, he did his part. He won the fight, so he can do that. He can laugh at Ryan because he won. He did his part.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't agree with the laugh.
Of course, we didn't love the fight, but if you won and Ryan was supposed to win, you could say something.
You know, I try not to be too critical on boxers because, you know, I'm a boxer myself, but only thing that I would say he should relax a little bit more. It seemed like he was moving their entire time. I think that he should have just stopped and let some off at a certain times, but I thought he did good. I thought he dominated the fight and is on to the next, so he probably won't have a performance like that against him.
Left hook again there from Feliciano, trying to build upon what was a good fourth round for him. The early rounds competitive, you probably edged them towards Breyon Gorham, but now Feliciano likely has one round in the bank.
So we would give that round to Feliciano, that last round, is it safe to say?
But if I'm Breyon, I'll try to get back to his body.
Like that.
How's he doing there? That's interesting.
Oh, that right hand got through there.
Seems like Breyon came out of this off the stool knowing that he didn't have a great last round.
It's a good jab, too.
Good power jab.
This right hand to the body again here from Gorham.
Good try. This is a good fight, man.
Yeah, it is. Very interesting fight. Good jab by Gorham. Stepping over to the side. Overhand right.
Both men having their moments here in this round.
Yeah, but Gorham has to let his hands go because he can let Feliciano outwork him. Even if these shots aren't landing flush,
He's landing
he's still throwing
shots.
right. He's still throwing a lot more shots.
You know, Shakur, going back to your point about, you know, wanting both guys to feint a little more, we've kind of settled into that rhythm where it's kind of you go and then I go.
Yeah.
Feliciano's very confident now.
Yeah, this is a really good fight, though. Really good fight.
How do you change that?
That's one of your right hands to the body right there, Shakur. You blind him with the left and shoot that right to the body.
Oh, that was
Good
a
counter
great
shot
right
by
hand.
Feliciano over the top, over the jab of Gorham.
He's feeling himself now, Feliciano. On his toes.
Again, this is what we were wondering about coming into this fight. Of course, the 2 straight losses that he's taken, but
There you go.
before that, he was one of the top prospects in the sport. Can he revive that kind of confidence and get that skill level back in this fight?
This is definitely way better than his last 2 performances. He's in there, but he's in there with a slick power puncher.
Young prospect. He's bringing that right hand back up. Caught that left
Good
hook.
right hand to the body by Gorham.
Yep.
You know, Gorham at the weigh-in, Shakur, his underwear had pictures of his girlfriend all over. I'm not sure if you saw that post. Would you do something like that?
Nah, I would never do that. I love my woman. I love my woman, but at the end of the day,
That's too much.
Yeah, I think it's way too much. You know, and especially in this moment, you know, you got to be very focused, on point. I don't even really be around my girl when it's that time, so
What you seeing here,
I don't
Shakur?
see my girl till after the fight.
They both had good moments. That was a good counter by Feliciano. It's a tougher round to score. Maybe Feliciano landed more shots.
I can't even tell you who I gave the round to, honestly.
The harder shots came from Breyon.
I know Feliciano is making it real hard on Breyon.
Absolutely. He turned it up a notch.
As round 6 begins, Breyon Gorham and Luis Feliciano, a highly competitive fight here as Gorham comes out firing a right hand.
Ooh, wow. Jab. That was a good jab.
Left hook to the body, too.
A jab sounded like a right hand.
Seems like Gorham is turning it up a little bit in this round.
The right hand there from Gorham backs up Feliciano, but Feliciano back on that heavy jab again. When he gets that working, everything comes behind it.
See, that's why the feints need to be added to his game, because he keeps jabbing at the same time. Feliciano will not know when he's going to jab if he gives a little bit of feints.
You got to watch your fight against De Los Santos. He feinted the heck out of him.
Oh, good right hand over the top.
Big right hand there from Gorham. You saw the sweat fly over the top rope there from Feliciano.
That's a good jab, though, man.
Oh, beautiful.
Good body. Down goes Feliciano. That will be part of the slip. That has been an issue here tonight. Those
right leg.
elbows in the corners.
He got hit with a hard shot, but that right leg slipped out, and it.
Yeah, it might have shown it counted as a knockdown, but
yeah.
It looked like a slip too, so you had to see the replay.
Sometimes that leg give out when you get hit too.
Good work Gorham is putting in right now.
Yeah, Gorham's acting like he scored a knockdown.
Yes.
This is the body language of someone who thinks, I might have a guy a little bit hurt.
He know he felt that right hand, so he's going to pressure him down.
Well, whether there's a knockdown or not, it's serving Gorham well, that energy.
That's another thing that's underrated about him, his feet. He kind of take them little 2 steps back when it's time, at the right time. So his feet is very underrated.
He's been landing a good jab upstairs. I'd like to see him stab it to the body a couple of times, mix it up.
Inside the final 30 seconds here of round 6. Big round for grind time, Breyon Gorham.
It's a much better round for Gorham.
There's a big body shot from Gorham as the seconds tick away here in the 6th.
Gorham throws a right hand. Feliciano's waiting for the counter hook every time, but he's catching it.
Yeah, we got to see this replay.
Yeah, I thought that was a Breyon round. Looked like he's figuring it out. So it's good to see this matchmaking. Hell of a fight.
That looked top of the head.
It looked like a knockdown.
It doesn't look like the punch caused that right leg to slip out like that. I don't know.
That's kind of
it could have been the force that made his leg slip. So it technically is a knockdown because he didn't get hurt and fell, but the force made his right leg slip.
Yeah, it looked like a knockdown to me.
That's a knockdown.
I would have counted that.
That's a knock. It just so happens to be, the logo's a little slippery
Yeah,
over there.
the ref's trying to take into account that there's a slip and slide on the canvas also.
I'm not mad at that call. And he caught that in real time too.
Gorham won that round big anyway.
Yeah, he won that round.
And he's getting his confidence up. I think he feels like he figured it out.
It seems like it because Feliciano landed less shots in that round.
Round 7 now underway. Biggest test of the young career of Breyon Gorham. Luis Feliciano trying to get his career back on track here tonight after 2 consecutive losses.
That right hand from Gorham might have took a little bit of the aggression away from Feliciano last round. Let's see what he does this round.
But is Feliciano with 2 rounds to go, is he cool with just having a few moments? Is he trying to win this fight at this point?
Take a look at the punch stats here thus far. Breyon Gorham landing 80 of 249. Feliciano 58 of 303. So, I mean, perhaps that answers your question, Doug. I mean, he's out-throwing Gorham. That indicates effort. It just means that the defensive capabilities of Gorham, they're obviously very high.
Gorham is way more efficient, you know, economical with his shots and landing the bigger shots.
Yeah, but I get what he's asking. I mean, I get what he's saying. He's basically saying, like, he wants him to come forward a little bit more. Like, he's punching, but he's on the back foot. This round, it looks like he's trying a little bit more, though.
Trying to turn it up a little bit. He's definitely down in the fight.
Gorham trying to break through the guard of Feliciano with that right hand. Steps in with a good left hook.
Good job.
Nice counter shot there from Gorham.
He's just picking the smarter punches right now. Yeah.
He's catching a lot of shots, too. His defense is good this round.
That's the one error. If he go back and watch this, I would hope he pay attention to. The guys keep jabbing with him. And he kind of gets caught every time. When
just like right there, yeah.
One error, just add some feint so he won't know when you're going to jab.
Or take your head off the line when you're jabbing.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And, you know, one thing that you do in the ring, when you pull back, you usually pull back with your hands up. A lot of guys pull back and they leave their hands there and get caught with those shots, which he did once there.
Yeah, but it's the feet that's different with SHAKUR. It's the feet that's different. So, yeah, you see him pull back when he's on the ropes. But in the middle of that ring, his feet are fast.
The double right hand there from Feliciano. Gorham couldn't pull back out of the way of that one.
Man, you know it's crazy. I kind of gave Feliciano that round.
What?
Yeah, I kind of think
Think he did a little bit more?
Yeah, Breyon took a round off. He took a round off.
Does Gorham have to come to finish strong?
I kind of gave Feliciano maybe 2 or 3 rounds, so yeah, I think he do. You don't want to leave nothing in the judge's hands.
As you see in the bottom right of your screen, the IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois looks for redemption against the heavyweight champ Alexander Usyk in a highly anticipated rematch for the undisputed heavyweight title on July 19th at Wembley Stadium. The first fight was won by Usyk, but was not without controversy. Following a hot debate about low blows, they will run it back live here on DAZN.
I have to ask Shakur about that. I mean, was that first Usyk-Dubois fight, was that a legal low blow or was it a low blow?
It kind of looked like a low blow, but I think he had opportunity to make it right. You know, after he got up and the fight continued, I thought he had opportunity to make it right.
Yeah, I think the other point, too, is it was called a low blow, so Usyk took the time that he was given on the canvas.
Right,
and people were saying, oh, he didn't get up at the count of 10. Of course he didn't.
Right.
The ref told him it was a
He
low blow.
immediately called it low, so he just took that time, he milked it.
It's going to be a very interesting fight, though. Very interesting fight. I like Usyk on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to go with Usyk.
I think he's very hard to beat at the heavyweight division.
Heavy jabs there from Gorham.
Oh, man, that's a stiff right
between
hand.
the gloves.
A lot of good work being done by Gorham here, but you can make a strong case for Feliciano in 2 of the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, I agree.
But Shakur should Gorham be throwing, maybe putting some punches together more than just 2 shots?
Yeah, he definitely should, because Feliciano trying to outwork him right now. So he should definitely be throwing in combinations and letting the judges know he's in control.
Warning there for Feliciano for that right hand. A little bit below the belt, maybe on the hip of Gorham.
That right there is called patience. He had patience and set it up.
Perfect on the money. Trying to close the show in the last round.
Gorham getting instructions from his corner. A lot of time to work with here in the 8th. Feliciano still wants to fight.
Now Gorham talking some smack.
45 seconds left in this last round.
That's a good jab, though, man.
Oh, no, this is the 8th round.
Quick combination on the inside there from Gorham, punctuated by that right hand. Again, we have seen Feliciano stopped in the past. He was stopped by Mike Juan Williams 2 fights ago, and he just walked into another beautiful right hand from Gorham.
A good hard jab there.
Did that hurt him, or?
I don't know, but his legs kind of shook a little bit. His legs are under him now, but they shook.
Sorry, folks, this is the 8th round, not the last. The 10-round fight.
It's a great round by Gorham.
Here's the knockdown.
He caught him coming in, full counter, put him down. Feliciano shook his head, but he was rocked by that one. Got up quick though, tough kid. Hurt or not, that's 2 points.
Yeah.
That's one right there, yeah. Basically, if he is winning, it just brought in the gap for him.
I'm a big fan of this kid, though, man. I'm definitely a fan of this kid. I think he got a huge future ahead of him, and I could definitely see him becoming a world champion.
Yeah, we seen him fight here sometime last year, and we said, yeah, he got the goods. But right now, he's really proving it to me because this is a good fighter. Like, I really respect Feliciano.
The interesting thing about this test, too, is this isn't a faded fighter that Gorham's in there who just loses belief in himself. Feliciano is still in there trying to make for action in this fight.
For sure.
He's finding a live dog every round.
This is the best I've seen Feliciano in a while.
I'm just saying, I think we could be watching one of the next world champions here, and we got to take real knowledge of it.
Just 24 years old.
Yeah, amazing to think, Shakur, that Breyon's basically like DIY'd his career. He goes to Mexico to take his first 13 fights. He only had 60 amateur fights, and he's in there with a guy who had way more than that, and he's looking the way he's looking here tonight.
Yeah, that's called experience. You know, he kind of went and sparred with some of the best fighters in the world, and you can see it paying off right now.
I love what Breyon is doing. I feel like he's landing 1 and 2 shots. Maybe he needs to put some combinations together and overwhelm Feliciano a little bit.
Especially since you already know that you can hurt him.
Yeah. And he's accurate. He's landing those shots. See, Feliciano is out of distance there.
Yeah, but sometimes when you let them combinations go, certain guys try to catch you in between, and I think that Feliciano got real good power. So
taking risks.
Yeah. But he just let off, 3 or 4 just now.
Feliciano, to his credit, he's recovered well from that knockdown.
And you don't want to give a guy like that more confidence by allowing him to land these type of shots.
Yeah, or opportunity.
Yeah.
And if you're Gorham, you probably are thinking and probably knowing you're ahead on the scorecards right now. The only way you can lose this fight is if you get yourself hurt.
Yes.
It's counter shot there from Gorham, just getting there before the right hand of Feliciano, but Feliciano stays with it, launches another right hand that connects.
Both guys appear to be in good shape too. 9th round, still high energy.
Man, I'm telling y'all, man, this kid is the future. I'm telling y'all. I'm giving y'all a heads up right now. This kid is the future.
Now, did you think that coming into this fight, or are you kind of being convinced as you're watching him now live?
I've been knew it, but watching him figure this out, that's what kind of made me realize it. He figured out a puzzle.
Yeah.
And that kind of let me know.
I kind of see what SHAKUR is seeing here too. Like he's making little subtle adjustments in there, landing big shots.
What the fuck you bring that one? Don't drop the hand right now off the left. Keep touching him, and when you get in the danger zone, keep bothering women and okay? Don't take chances when you let him down. Keep throwing, keep scoring. We need to be scoring the power.
Time doing the KO bonus in the first round or the last round.
I think it's cool. It's a good thing to do. So, I think it's going to make fighters fight harder.
It definitely has.
And his attitude. That's another thing I like. He got an attitude in there.
He definitely.
A lot of fighters just fight, but he got an attitude to him.
Yeah, outside the ring, he's very, very humble, always smiling, but he got that attitude in there. Sure.
In the building across the ring, Cardenas that just fought in a way in a great matchup is also in the building. What was your take on that fight?
I thought that was a hell of a fight. I thought he came in there and did. He overdid himself that night. I thought he put on a great performance. He wasn't scared of the moment. And
shot there from Feliciano. Again, this is the money round as well. If someone can produce a knockout, they go home with bonus cash, as Ak alluded to.
Extra cash.
Come on, there you go.
A shot there from Feliciano. An uppercut from Gorham broke through also.
Both guys trade hard shots in the middle of the ring.
then he's showing a good chin, too.
Yeah,
he got
I
caught
know
as well.
Feliciano. Feliciano could crack.
Right, Feliciano fighting like someone right now with not just the fight on the line, maybe his career future on the line now as well.
Good defense by
saw
Gorham.
that right hand coming. Gorham also being a little smarter than after get hit with those shots, not wanting to take major risk in this last round. Yeah. He has a fight in the bag. Good work, though.
It's interesting. Gorham told us a couple of fights ago that he thought his main attribute was his athleticism. I think tonight, SHAKUR, as you're pointing out, it's his ring IQ also.
Yeah, his ring IQ, his defense, his feet. Man, I think that's a hell of a fighter right here. I'm telling y'all. You know, I'm a big fan of the knockouts. He get knockouts too, but I like to see guys tested and put the work in. I think tonight he figured out the puzzle. Yeah, he did everything he was supposed to do tonight. So.
Final minute of the contest. Feliciano still coming on hard here, but see Gorham able to use that athleticism, pot shots, and gets out of the way.
Yeah, good 2-3, and then step to the left. Another 2-3 combination.
.30 seconds remaining in the contest. You see Gorham taking a peek at the big screen to verify that. The hourglass running out for Luis Feliciano. It was grind time tonight. Breyon Gorham just killing the clock here. in what has been a career best performance. Coming out party for Breyon Gorham tonight.
Good performance. Good performance.
Solid performance.
Clear victory, Shakur, for Gorham?
Yeah, I thought it was a clear victory. Like I said, I thought he figured the puzzle out and he did everything he was supposed to do tonight. Hell of a performance for me.
Listen, we appreciate you coming by and sitting with us the whole fight. Check us in the mail, though.
Yes, sir.
Check us in the mail, brother, because you deserve it, brother.
Shakur Stevenson working overtime voluntarily here, by the way. We didn't even ask.
Called the whole fight with us.
He's a boxing fan.
A real fan.
I love that we can ask him any question, and he doesn't say, well, you know what, I haven't seen that guy fight. He watches everything.
Yeah.
I love that.
A future lined up for him after he's done with boxing.
Okay.
Soon another game.
I can see that.
Respect.
Shakur, thanks so much, buddy.
Likewise, brother.
One of the best in the world, Shakur Stevenson. Very impressed with Breyon Gorham here tonight. Gorham in tough against Feliciano in this one. And boxed beautifully and like a man beyond his amateur experience. As we mentioned, just about 60 amateur fights, taking on a guy who was a stalwart in the U.S. amateur system for years and years, was once in the position that Gorham is presently in as the undefeated prospect that everyone was talking about, everyone's watching on TV. And Gorham came up with the answers all night long. And justifiably, a lot of respect being shown between Gorham and Feliciano.
Going the distance inside the OTX ring, the official scorecard reads as follows. Judge Reyes scores it 98-91. Judge Russell, 97-92. And Judge Weaver scores it 99-90. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Rep in Houston, Texas, it's Breyon